Hello everyone. In this video, we will understand about the extract shape feature available in part modeling and assembly modeling environment of ZW3D. When it comes to access the tool, you can access in part design from data exchange tab, export panel and extract shape. And in assembly design, you can extract it from assembly tab, components panel and then extract shape. And this extract shape tool is used to extract a standalone shape out of the active part. Like you have a component where you might have designed multiple bodies. You have not used any Boolean operation. You just use extrude command multiple times to create multiple solid bodies for creating some inseparable components, right? Which are gonna be joined together using the bolts or maybe with the help of weld. But later on you might need those components as a separate file in a separate file so that you can detail them, or maybe you can generate the cam program. So for that purpose we can utilize this shape. As you can see here, the main use of this command is to generate part files from the solid bodies created in one part during the top down assembly approach. Not only the top down assembly approach, even if you are in a part modeling environment and you have designed that separate, like you have designed the multiple bodies in single part, that time you can also use it for cam and for 2D detailing. And the extracted shape, that can be dependent or independent. That depends upon the extract mode you are using. So we have the various extract modes while creating the extract shape. As you can see here, one is encapsulation. So the newly created shape will be encapsulated or independent, like it will not be affected by the original shape. Whereas the second option is associate extract, where the newly created shape will be an imported geometry which will be affected by the original one. So take a look here, like a little deep look about imported geometry means the changes which you are going to make on the original component will affect the extracted shape. But in case if you are going to make any changes on the extracted component, those changes will not reflect back to the original file. And extract history is it will extract the shape with history. The shape will be extracted to a different part even if the option separate sibling shape is not checked. You can see here in the picture, this is a dialog box of extract shape which was taken from the assembly environment. As you can see, we have assembly tab and then component panel and extract shape. And here we have an option of separate sibling shape. So in case if you are using the extract history from extract mode, does not matter whether you have selected the separate sibling shape or not, it will create a separate file. So this is about extract shape. Let us understand that in ZW3D now. Here we are in ZW3D and I already have one component. Right now I'm in a part modeling environment, and you can see here from the history manager, I have solid bodies S1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So all these components while creating, like I created the first base, after that I created the I section, but I did not use the Boolean operation, like I did not join it. Instead of joining, I created it as a separate body. That's why I have 6 components here. So suppose obviously this is kind of sub-assembly and there is none of the part which is gonna move or animate, right? And that's where we can utilize the multi-body approach, where we are designing the multiple components in one file, and later on you can use it uh, in the assembly, where you can uh, use all these components as a sub-assembly or a single part. But maybe after some time, or when it comes to the detailing, you need to have the detail of each component in a separate file, like detail of I section, detail of gusset plates, detail of base plate, right? So that time we are going to utilize the extract shape. And from the part modeling environment, you can see here we have data exchange. Under data exchange export panel, we will find extract shape. So you will simply click on extract shape. Dialog box will appear where it is going to give you the properties of extract shape. So first of all, the shape. So let's say I'm going to extract this I section, and then frame. It's kind of a base datum. I'm going to use the plane here at the bottom, which I have. Name, it is automatically taking name from the solid, whatever name you have specified while creating this shape. So you can also change it. Let's say I'm going to name it as S2 hyphen I section, let's say 20. And then extract mode, whether you want to keep it as encapsulation, associative extract, or extract history. If you want to make it totally independent, irrespective of the changes you are going to make in the original file, you do not want those changes to affect your extracted geometry, you can use encapsulation. In case if you want to maintain that link from original to the extracted, then you can use associative. So I'm going to use associative extract. These options depends upon your requirement. You can choose file mode. You want to extract it into the Z3 part modeling environment, multi-model, multi object file, or assembly. I'm going to use it. I'm going to extract it as a Z3 part, and then template, millimeter template or blank, keeping the by default option. Then it okay. Once you click on the check box, and then you will see it has automatically extracted the shape on another file. And we chose the associative option means, let me show you a little bit. If I'm going to make any changes here, let's say chamfer, selecting this edge, defining any value here, let's say 10, enter. Okay, now let me save. After saving, you can specify the name. That is okay with me. Now let me switch back to the original file. And in the original file, this is not active. Even if you're clicking on it, it will ask you, no object need to be updated at this time. Do you want to continue? Yes, you can see none of the changes has been implemented or affected the original file. However, let me go back there, and this chamfer, I'm going to delete it this time. And now I'm going to make some changes on the original file from where I extracted it. This time I'm going to apply a fillet, selecting all these internal edges. Fine. Can define the radius value. I'm okay with it. Accept it. Save it. Now let us go back to the extracted shape. In the extracted shape, you can see the button is active now. Regenerate outdated object, and it is also telling me from the history manager section 20 outdated. So you can simply click on it. It will be regenerated, and you will see the changes which we have applied on the original shape. Those changes will reflect or affect this extracted shape here. So that's how it works. So this is in the part modeling. Now let me show you very quickly in the assembly environment. So I'm going to create a new file, assembly standard. You can define the name, extracted shape from assembly. Okay. Now here I need to bring the component. I'm going to bring the same component where I have designed multiple bodies, or you can design the component here and you can use multiple bodies in the same component. That is up to you. So this time I'm going to insert. I already have the component in the list because the part is already opened. So I'm going to select it, and it is automatically going to place at the origin. The reason, placement. The type is already set to active frame. If you're going to choose the point, then it will ask you any random point, but active frame is fine with me, which is going to match the coordinate system of the component with the coordinate system of the assembly. Okay, then fine. Now look at the assembly manager. I have the history. Part 1 is there, but if you are looking at the history manager, I'm not able to see the shapes, the solid bodies. And if you're not able to see the solid bodies, obviously you cannot extract the shape. Clicking on the drop down, click on extract shape. See, I'm not able to select anything here. So again, I'm going to hit escape key. You can see assembly tab, component panel. So before extract shape, I need to merge. Just go for merge, select the component where you have multiple bodies inside, and then I'm keeping the default options. Okay, now once I have merged, you will see from your history manager, I'm able to see all the bodies now. And you know that once all these shapes are available, means you can extract them. So let us extract this time. I'm going to extract this plate at the bottom. Click on the drop down. After merge, next we will go for the extract shape. Select the shape. This is the shape. Now it will allow you to select. You can select whichever you want. And then frame, I'm going to select the frame for the datum geometry, this plane at the bottom. Then name, you can define part 011 base plate. Keeping it as associative extract, accepting it, you will see a component has been extracted already. And you know that if you're going to make any changes on it, those changes will not reflect back to the original shape. However, if you're going to make any changes on the original component, those changes will reflect back to the associative, to the extracted geometry, because we chose the associative mode. How? Let me edit this part here. This is the assembly. I'm going to edit the part, and from shape, let me apply chamfer for the all these corners. One, two, three, four. You can define the value here. Let's say 8, accept it, save it, and now I can check those changes in my extracted geometry. You can see it's saying outdated model, right? So you can simply regenerate it. Once you regenerate it, you will see the changes will automatically reflect to the extracted geometry. And that's how we can utilize this feature, which is really helpful when you are working with the multiple bodies in your part modeling environment or in your assembly environment, assembly design environment, where you can find the extract shape. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you so much.